So after a careful examination of Advanced Map, I found that in the areas that I have already had access to, there are a grand total of 4 new Pokemon that I was able to hook up with the Super Rod. I managed to catch 3 of them, because Golduck decided to be an arsehole and not want to play today. And for some inadequately explored reason, you can't battle that guy. I don't know why. I actually do remember that there was some kind of a glitch that involved that caused some trainers to just be unbattleable. Thankfully, though, I don't believe that is the case for any like story-specific trainers, like ones that you have to beat in order to progress the plot. This kid is looking for a Moonstone for pretty obvious reasons, as you can see here. I mean, I could give him one of mine, but too bad, keeping a hold of them. And why would you want a Moonstone anyway? Because you've already got a Nidoking, unless you want 2 of them. Good God, mate. Try getting a Nidoking. Like, if you had a Nidorina and a Nidoking, then I would understand. But, no, you're not having 2 Nidoking. Screw that. Oh my God. Like, the only reason you should have more than one of a certain Pokemon is if you're using one for your team and one for your collection. Which is what's happening with, Doduo and shit like that, because I actually went back to Route 1 and caught another Doduo because I didn't have one for the collection yet. Okay, so for this dipstick, you are going to get ripped to shreds by my Razor Leaf. Oh wow, you really are getting ripped to shreds. Oh shit, Gyarados, okay, critical again? Damn it. Oh well, Acid kills you. I'm not actually sure if acid does kill you. It might fuck with your brain just enough for it to leave your brain dead, but I'm not actually 100% sure. Anyways, bunch of grass. This is the only place in the game, if my memory serves me correctly, where you can find... It's not Oddish. It's sure as hell not Pidgey. It's sure as hell not Bellsprout. Although I think I might need another Bellsprout for the collection. No, it's not Venonat. Where the hell is it? It's an arsehole. You can find Farfetch'd here. You can also find Weeping Bell here, which I need to get one of those for the collection. I might actually have to get 2 of those, because I'm not too sure if it's possible to find Victory Bell in the wild. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. You see, there's a Farfetch'd. Thanks for showing up. Just so that way it was justified. There's some other stuff in Route 13. I'll have a look at that. Actually, there's no reason for me to not have a look at it. Yeah, Diane will do the trick. Carbo's in a cave while he's spelunking. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this is a good matchup. Good thing I stuck with Diane. Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl was one of the Pokemon that I found with the Super Rod. I managed to pick one up after Starmie frickin' landed crit on the first one that I found. And that actually annoys me as well. It took me like 3 or 4 tries to get a Gyarados, because every time I tried to whittle it down with Swift, Homestar would crit and just kill it, which really pissed me off. Oh, stupid poison points. I forgot that I could even get that. I've got an antidote, right? Where's the antidote? I'm sure I have an antidote. No, I do not. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've got a Peachy Berry. I'm pretty sure I got at least 1 off of the Meowth. Okay, cool. Okay, I believe these guys here are bird trainers, so good idea to have another trainer that's unbattleable. That seems a bit odd. Oh, Jesus, 5? God's sake. I hate these trainers with, like, teams of 5 and shit. The only time it's understandable is if you're fighting the Elite Four or anything, but in this case the Elite Four have 6. But that's still understandable. God damn it. Bloody weak. Okay, Delcatty. Broadband. Kill it with a Tri-Attack. Yay for criticals. And Ferret, Tri-Attack. And Giraffe, Tri-Attack. Just spam the crap out of Tri-Attack and kill you with a Pursuit. Okay, so she's out of the way. Now there's still a horde of trainers that I have to deal with here. I do not believe that that is a double battle. I believe they are individual trainers in and of themselves. So I will lead with Homestar against this first one and see what's going on. I'm not even gonna acknowledge what she bloody said. I'm just gonna discuss about the fact that this Clefable's colouring looks much darker than it should. Because honestly, why? That's actually a thing as well. The same thing is the same thing is there with Pikachu. It's Pikachu's colouring in this seems to be a lot darker than it usually is. It makes me think that I've come... like, every time I find one, I kind of think for a moment that I found a shiny. It's kind of off-putting. Maybe I already did find a shiny of it and ran away from it because I thought it was the real thing because of the change in colour. Also, Milotic. Fuck. Good thing it doesn't have Ice Beam. Good thing I managed to put it to sleep. Although, while it has a status condition, I'm just not going to say anything. I should really just get used to the fact that when you put a Pokemon to sleep, they're going to stay asleep for one turn. Yeah, that's really stupid. I'd rather this thing be awake when I attack it anyway. And how the hell did you predict that I would use... Okay, yeah, recover as much as you want. You still die. I'd love to have had that crit immediately, but whatever. Okay, can't navigate that bloody place because those dipshits are kind of blocking the way, so let's lead with Broadband and... Actually, no, lead with Bush. Bush, get up front. Okay. Yeah, they're not too bad. Fuck it, Dig. Bam. You still have Bubble on this thing, god damn. And why would you use Ice Punch? Yeah, Dead kinda sucks. And a Politoed. Politoed's awesome. Reminds me of my Frogbog. Which is now on Pokemon Black, ready to be transferred to my Pokemon X file. Okay, let's have a look and see what's in here. I don't think there's too much that's different. Like with, yeah, all of them pretty much the same fare. Actually, let me kill this Bellsprout. Just because I get a level up out of it. And Helping Hand, which sucks. And Oddish. And Oddish. Okay, so there's not much there's really not much that's different. Oh, Zangoose. Okay, let's go for it. Okay. You had no right to kill me there, but whatever. Razor Leaf it. And go for the ball. So if Zangoose is here, that means Seviper is here as well. I'm not going to bother with hunting a Seviper down. I'll just do that off screen. I have not fought you yet. And with my team in the state that it's in, I probably wouldn't like to. Water Pulse. Fucking Endeavor! I hate Endeavor. Pisses me off, and I'd like to kill this Mawile quickly, but Butch is dead, so I can't really do that. Okay, fine, I'll just kill the Swinub, and then she'll switch back into the Mawile, and then I'll kill that then. What's his fourth? Cast Form. Water Pulse. Okay, Swift, because it'll probably do more damage. Yeah, you probably should have gone for Rain Dance there anyway, just so that you resist bloody Water Pulse. Okay, that was kind of annoying. I'm going to cut the segment here just to go back and heal, and I shall be right back. Refreshed and restored. Okay, I remember reading that line after like healing at some bloody thing. I think it was you healed yourself on the ship in Gold, Silver, Crystal. Pretty sure that was the one. Okay, now this guy is Bird Keeper. Technically this should not be the first Bird Keeper that I fight because that other Bird Keeper was being a bit of a dick. And rather interesting birds in the form of Natu and Xatu. Okay, Rock Slide, kill the damn thing. Because yeah, I hate how it misses. And Altaria, one of the crappiest dragons in all of the game, which is a shame because Altaria's kind of cool. Protect. No. No. I don't want Protect. I'm happy with the rather useless Iron Defense. I would probably use Protect more often than Iron Defense, just to use it as like a scouting move to see what kind of moves the opponent has, but not going to take it. Okay. Wheezing. Lovely. You going to blow yourself up? Oh, jeez. Oh, come off it! You were nice enough to give me that 3 HP, and then it's just like, nope, not going to let you have that. It's a good thing I still have that 1 revive, because I couldn't be bloody bothered going back to heal again. God, that's lame. I really should start buying repels. I mean revives, because I really should be freaking. Really should be buying these things now that I have access to them. And yes, that was the revive that I got from Rock Tunnel. I finally remembered to go back and get that thing off screen. And now it has been used because this biker was a freaking arsehole. Okay, Route 14, there's 2 more lackeys here. I could do a semi-mirror match here, but I don't really feel like it. And of course, try attack where it doesn't make sense. Okay, now I can... Okay, yeah, full mirror match, yeah, totally. Because I'm going to show you how much of a poser you are. Yeah, you're pathetic, mate. You should have just spammed the fuck out of try attack. You would have actually done some decent damage to me. You would have still lost, but whatever. Okay. Targets for this one. And you leave with a Pidgey, which I'm just going to take down. And then you have Pidgeotto. And he's of a high enough level that he can go for Pidgeot. And Feather Dance? Really? How did that not knock it out? I did well more than half damage with the first attack. That was pathetic. And yes, he does in fact have a Pidgeot. And of course, it still manages hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Okay, that was a bit lame. Do I have an ether of some variety? Yeah, I've got 3 of these, because I just used my last Rock Slide. So I kind of got to do that. Are there any other trainers back here I need to fight? Yeah, there's that Bird Keeper dude. Assuming I haven't fought him yet, which I have not. Okay, cool. Takedown. I wish I had something off topic to talk about, but I just don't. I just finished recording my 200 subscriber special for the other channel. Went and opened up a booster box of that frickin' Dice Masters thing. Stop with the Feather Dance! For God's sakes. So, but yeah. Easily the longest video that I'll ever be putting up onto YouTube. Because it clocked in at over an hour in length. For opening 90 booster packs of a frickin' dice game that is probably not going to catch on and is likely to fizzle out within maybe a year or 2. That being said, it seemed to have gotten a pretty decent amount of popularity when it first came out, because when it first came out, it was featuring all the Marvel characters, and then they released a Yu-Gi-Oh version of it. I actually wonder if they'll do a Pokemon version of it. I reckon they should. Pokemon would be a pretty decent sort of theme to have for Dice Masters. It's an interesting game. Togetic. Well, it's a flying type, so I suppose it counts, but actually, no. I'm going to proceed to say it doesn't count, because you're meant to have birds. Togetic is not a bird. Togekiss is a bird. I'll give it that. Togekiss is technically a bird, but Togetic is not a bird. Why am I using bloody Iron Tail? I should be rock sliding these things. Yeah, rock slide this. Probably should have rock slided the Fearow, but whatever. I remember there was like a sign here that said like, look to the left of this sign, and then there was like a hidden calcium or some variety there. I also remember back in Gen 1 when you found a hidden item, it had the epic fanfare music that happened after a Pokemon evolved, and I don't understand what the hell that was all about. I think I just switched to fucking... Yeah, I'm a moron. Knock off. Not that it matters, because my Pokemon are not actually holding items. I usually like to have items attached to Pokemon just to even just to boost their stats or some shit and whatnot. So go for growth. Doesn't surprise me that it outspeeds me. Okay, let's spam the acid. Acid! Nice drop in defense there. I'm not even sure why I'm using growth, because it doesn't boost physical attack, and acid runs off the physical attack stat because it's a poison type in this generation. It's like the comment I got earlier that was telling me that bite is a special move, which is an observation that I did make in an earlier segment, but never actually sort of drew the conclusion that combining with Leah actually does nothing. I was just kind of too dumb to realise that. Oh wow, talk about inconvenient. Oh well. I outspeeded if not for the fact that it had that sort of jazz. Oh god, yeah. Switch out, Artorigus, get in there. Swallow. I thought that was the R-Box job in this game. Stop with the protect crap. Oh my god, how did you live that? How the hell did you live that? That is weak. Let's not fight those twins yet. This will definitely go into a second segment, just doing all these trainers, because that's just the sheer volume of trainers that there are here. Yeah, Dunsparce. I hate to kill you, but I have no choice. Yeah, thank God you missed with Glare there. Glare's a bit of a obscure move in its own right. It's just another paralysis move, but it's a paralysis move that just a handful of Pokemon have access to, and you just don't expect them to have it. You just don't expect to have to deal with paralysis from these particular, Pokemon. I think for the Koga fight I will evolve Butch just to have the extra power. I think that's when I'll go after it. Now, if this coughing, I had killed it. I thought it had half HP. Yeah. Okay, Mark. Yeah, I was going to say, because if these guys are going to use poison, I might as well just use Dig. But then, of course, that's being a bit of a dick like that. Dig! Killed it. Sweet. Okay, wow. You have to be 2 steps away for them to notice you. And Malik! Which, we can draw references to Malik. Because when they say it in the Japanese version, it kind of sounds like Malik. And then of course there's our Malik Blishtar. Oh god, defense boost. I remember having a tough time against Koga because he would keep setting that shit up. Like, even with the Doug Trio that was like on par with Mark in terms of level, I still got my ass handed to me. It was so stupid. Super Potion Butch. Actually, yeah, because he's probably not. I'm not going to leave with him for this one. Broadband. Shut up and duel me. Okay, whatever. It's kind of off-putting the fact that these trainers are using level 40 Pokemon, and did that Weezing just seriously just use Fire Blast? That's totally not coming out of left field. Uproar. I kind of thought Uproar was stronger than that. So yeah, screw Uproar. Okay. I think now's actually about as good a time as any to pull the segment up here. I'll have a look at the stuff that's in this grass off screen, catch it if it's relevant to my interests, and then next time we'll finish up the trainers on this route, and if I have time I'll probably do some Safari Zone exploration. So, see you for that.